Yeah, so with that in mind, how do you see this game playing out?
You know what? It's funny. My two NFC teams at the beginning of the year were Arizona and Seattle. Arizona, after about week 4, you knew that wasn't happening. And Seattle just doesn't have a good enough offensive line. They couldn't sustain it against Atlanta. But I did have New England and Pittsburgh in the Final Four. So, Mike, the two teams that I felt would get there because of the quarterbacks and their explosiveness and their ability to play defense. And Pittsburgh's gotten better as the year's gone on. I do like New England. I don't think in all the years, Michael, from the times we were at ESPN together and working together to now, I don't think I've ever bet on Brady. I bet against Brady. When I say bet, or with my buddies, or picked against him in the postseason ever, and I'm not going to do it now. Pittsburgh can't kick 6 field goals and beat New England in Foxborough. They're going to have to come up with some red zone touchdowns. I just think that the Patriots are going to be better and play better, and in the end, Brady will pull this out. New England will go to the Super Bowl and be prepared to win his 5th and be their 7th appearance under him, and they'll be here in Houston. I like New England in the game.
What do you think we can expect to see out of Ben Roethlisberger, though? They weren't able to score a touchdown over the Chiefs, and the Pats' defense, frankly, has been better than it has been in recent years.
Yeah, I think a great question. I think that the Steelers the last 2 weeks in playoffs against Miami, and even though Antonio Brown made big plays, we've seen what Le'Veon Bell can do, and he runs the ball well. But as a quarterback, I don't think Ben's played his great postseason yet, and that's a bummer for New England because at some point when's he going to bust out? And the question is, how are you going to play him? If you decide to take away Le'Veon Bell, you get man coverage. Antonio Brown's a monster. So New England's going to have to come up with a different scheme to try and confuse their guys because Pittsburgh's defense looks like when my dad's Pittsburgh Steelers defense. They're running around and physical, and they're hitting everything that moves and sideline to sideline. So they're playing better defense, and we know the Patriots. They're the best in the league against points as far as allowing points on defense. So for me, Ben's going to have to – even though this team's as good a two-dimensional team as there is in the league with running and throwing, I don't think, even if Bell rushes for $150, if Ben throws a couple picks, they're not going to be able to overcome that. Now, he can because he can throw it against a normal team, but the Patriots at home are anything but normal. They're spectacular. So they're going to have some chunk plays and big plays, and Ben's going to have to protect the football. But he's capable of all the quarterbacks in the AFC that you didn't want coming there. He's the one. So we got a great matchup. Heck, Pittsburgh doesn't like the fact that New England played bad last week, and New England's sitting there saying, when is Ben going to erupt? Let's hope it's during the offseason, not against us. I can't wait for this matchup, just like I can't wait for the score in the NFC to be like 45-44, because they're going to need track shoes in that game in Atlanta because both quarterbacks can put it, getting off the field on the defense is going to be paramount in that game.